Greetings. Black Light here. I got to touch on this subject one more time, then I'm going to call it quits. When a black man or a black woman go mainstream, it seems like that's all they want to dream. To get rich and rub shoulders with white kings and queens. And fill their treasure chests up with diamonds, furs, diamond rings and things. When a black man and a black woman go mainstream, everything changes. The purpose of making music is to make money, but when you give a commentary in your lyrics about reality, the reality of the black man's situation in America, and they come out in droves to support your thing, and all of a sudden the Caucasian starts digging what you're saying. And he recognized that art is a reflection of reality, and reality is a reflection of art. He recognizes this, but it's art, and it makes, if it's real good, it impacts the whole planet. And people get the message loud and clear. So the one that you signed, made the contract with, if he happens to be the one you talking about, see, the trickery of the Jewish people, they were real close to the black man and black woman. We would buy our clothes. They would retail, wholesale of all the items, food, all the way up to food, to houses, to clothes, and they would give us a little break, but they charge us interest because they were controlling the economics. They always have been controlling the economics. And they infiltrated all the religions. Christianity, Islam, all of them are infiltrated. And they start being kings and queens of jewelry, diamonds and gold and stuff like that. So their last name would be Goldstein Silverstein. Now that they control the oil, they might be Oilstein. But anyway, y'all just thinking in terms of Trump. You're isolating Trump from Bush. You're isolating Trump from Reagan, Ronald Reagan. I mean, Trump is just following the script. He might have ad-libbed on it a little bit, but it always have been gangsters controlling things. And then you got to realize this, black man and black woman. The gangsters took over the music industries. And when you watch The Godfather, you'll see that it was a Jewish gangster and the Italian or the Sicilian gangster. They like cousins, man. And so they control this. The people, the other people, the peasants of the Caucasians, they just don't have, they're just not educated enough. You know, they're a breed of people that's not, don't care about all that. But the royal families, you know, they are scientists. They know how to divide and conquer. And if they don't know how to do it, they'll get somebody, they'll pay somebody to do it. See, y'all understand that when we came over here as slaves, we weren't allowed to read or write. Why they wouldn't allow us to read or write, which has never been done before. In other slave situations, they allow them to read, write, keep their names, and they allow them to uh, even become people of notoriety. See, but us was we were done different. Now they bred us and they bred some brothers and sisters to love them. They kept them close to them and love them. You see, because all black people wasn't slaves anyway. There was some brothers over here, sisters and brothers over here that owned slaves. They were black. You know, today they would be called the boule, the sororities. You know, they allowed them to, you know, they helping the Caucasians control you right now. So anytime you hear a brother in favor of this system, or sister in favor of this system, they in line with the boule, even though they might not be a boule. They just might be a pawn of the boule. Because boule have pawns too. I know this for a fact. When I lived on a street called Kirby here in Detroit, they had a block club over here that were getting money from the state grants to fix their house up. Now, they didn't want I mean, it was a black club, but these people didn't want all black people that lived in that vicinity or that community to get grants. Only those that were in a circle could get them. And the other ones, they would stall them out till their house fall down. You know, and if you wasn't in the inner circle, you know, you couldn't get no grant. You might fill out an application, but it always would be something wrong on the application. They held the application up, and every year they would get grant money. But if the people didn't know about the grant money, they would get less and less each year. The reason why they was doing it that way because they wanted Wayne State. Wayne State had his eye on that whole vicinity over there on Kirby, St. Edwine and Bobian, all over there, Wayne State, and the Children's Hospital, the hospital complex. They had their eye on that vicinity over there. And I lived down the street from the late Senator Holmes. And, you know, my mind was on these type of things. But even though, you know, I wasn't no boule, I was brought up by the Nation of Islam. My uncle and Malcolm used to run together. And my mother worked right alongside of Malcolm at one of the restaurants the Muslims have. She told me what they used to talk, how Malcolm used to talk, but I ain't gonna go into that now. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had the right idea: do for self and be an independent nation within a nation. You know, he had the right idea. He still got the right idea. But it's those Boule brothers and sisters that's taking advantage of these young brothers and sisters. Uh, you can say they naive to they self and their history. So they want to be close to their enemy so they could get the benefits. But it don't never be the same. It don't never be the same. Because when black people were doing good, like we had this spot up here near Ann Arbor, Michigan, called Idlewild. And brothers was, all the rich brothers, Boule, non-Boule used to go up there. It was a resort. Now it ain't happening no more because when integration came in, the brothers and sisters thought the white man's resorts was more sweeter, more greener, and they left. Idlewild now look like a ghost town, and brothers ain't interested in it. See, we think the white man's everything is better because we have a poor self-image of ourselves, and we once didn't, but now. So when brothers was talking about fighting the power, they was really saying joining the power. When the brother cross over, and get that white support, and if he don't do, you know, what his slave master say, he might get some bad might happen to him. That's what happened to Michael. And you can speculate on Prince, but Whitney, you know, some of it's very obvious. The self-reliant, strong brothers, they get took out. This is Black Light.